E, do you remember your first fight, your first altercation, and why it did it happen?
Man, I don't wanna lie, I can't remember because the first one you talking about in Angola or
And
in Paris going up there? Because it was so many.
yeah,
Whoa.
I know it's so many. Which
Yeah.
one do you remember just vividly? You don't got to be the exact first one, but
I remember my first one in Angola. I remember. Because in Angola, you don't really too much fist fight up there because dudes will play with you and call that love licks. You know what I'm saying? Like you trying to fight somebody, they call that love licks. That's how the psychological games being played in that place, right? So they had this one dude, uh you get two locker boxes, right? You get two locker boxes, about this big, this tall. So when I first got there, I was just an avid reader, man. I loved to read. That's what kept my mind, sane. That's how I knew that uh with, I was in an abnormal environment. The abnormal was normal, and the normal was abnormal. So when I knew that they was looking at me as being abnormal, that's how I knew I was normal. I had to do the reverse psychology in my own mind just to stay sane, right? That's how messed up that place is. So, um, so I had a lot of books in this box. So I couldn't really put a lot of, stuff in it. So I had clothes, food, and a lot of books, right? So in the other box, I had like, you know, clothes and stuff like that. So my food, I used to keep it in my partner box, because he didn't really have nothing. So I'm like, hey, bro, I just put it in there, let you get what you want, but I want my books and my clothes with me. So one day, dude wanted to, he let me borrow a book. So I got the book, and the next morning I woke up, the book was gone, right? So I asked him, damn, bro, you got your book back? He said, no. So I'm like, damn, you know. But come to find out, my partner had came over there, went in my box and accidentally knocked the book behind my box so I couldn't see it. So the dude going around talking about, man, yeah, he done stole my book, playing games with my book, right? And I'm like, still, first of all, nigga, I take before I steal something. Number one, you don't even know me like that. Don't play with me. You know what I'm saying? So just that, the mind state that I had at that time, it was like, I've been looking for something. I've been looking for any reason. So just that right there, you're not gonna play with my neck because the way I established myself in that place after all those years, if I say something to you and dude say something to him, then you gonna say, so who said that? E? Oh, that's law. It was E law. Because my word was my contract up there. It wasn't that I was the baddest or the meanest dude up there. It was because of the principles and morals that I stood on and represented, which made me respected and saluted by the worst of the worst in that place. All the killers, all the rapers, all the worst of the worst thinkers in that place. They respected me for that reason. And then they seen that I didn't just stand up against niggas, right? Black dudes. I ain't just stand up against them if I felt they did disrespect me. I stood up against the white people, them hillbillies, them racist motherfuckers that were trying that every day they came up. Here it is, you got dudes, they'll shank you and try to kill you, but somebody white with a badge on could come down and say, get the fuck in that cell, catch that fucking cell, motherfucker, get your ass in that fucking cell, right? Get the fuck. But you gonna let them talk to you like that? So by them killing my brother, I already had a vendetta. Like, it's on and popping. You disrespect me and this motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? So dudes was like, E, stop, man. They go kill you like they did your brother. And I said, that's sad. I said, now if a black man kill y'all brother, y'all ready to go shoot up the whole block, kill his mama, his dad, his cousins, his nieces. I said, but soon as these people here, these racist hillbillies here, do something, they killed my brother, man. Don't tell me how to feel about that. I watch my mama cry and deal with that shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, but back to your point, when that dude said that, I just went, my favorite tool wasn't really the shank like everybody like. My favorite tool was the lock and the sock. But I had to learn quick because if you put one of them heavy duty master locks in one of them state socks, the cheap ass sock, it'll bust and come out on you. You heard me? So I got hip. You put that shit on a belt loop. You get one or two locks, you hook it on, lock it on your belt loop, wrap that belt around you, whoop a nigga ass all day. You heard me? So that was my profession. So yeah, that's what I hit him with.
But where are you getting a lock from? A master lock?
They sell them in the canteen. They sell them in the store because they want you to lock your property up. So because they know you got thieves in the dome. But the crazy part about it is, these these dudes get a coke can. They get a coke can, bro, and they tear it to get a little piece of the coke, that aluminum foil, about this long, right? This long,
Yeah.
and they and about that wide, so they curve it. You know how to lock like this, right?
Yeah.
They right there where it lock at. They put the aluminum foil in the can right there where it click at, where it click. They put it right slider right there, and your locker come right over.
Oh,
They open it. They open your locker box. They take all your shit out there. Then they lock it back. So you coming in the dawn, you see your locker, you get your key or if it's a combination, whatever. You open up. What the fuck?
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Mine lost.
Them dudes, bro. And I used to tell them dudes, I said, bro, y'all don't realize how magnificent and great y'all mind is if y'all just put it in the right constructive way, man.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, man.
MacGyver.
For real, man.
Can you speak on what was your hardest fight? Like a fight that you did not want to even participate in, but you got out there against maybe somebody that you feel like I probably shouldn't even be having
You
this
want to
fight.
know the truth?
Go ahead.
You want to know the truth?
Please.
The system.
That's
It
a
was
real
the
story.
hardest fight I had with any nigga in the penitentiary. The system. Because I would go research the law and clearly say, this is illegal. This is unconstitutional. And I'll file that shit. And because I didn't have a lawyer, I ain't had no money to get all these high powered attorneys and shit, I had to study that shit myself. And so it's called pro bono. You're filing your case pro se. Excuse me, pro se. That's what it's called. So when I file that shit, they could just, and if I'm telling them, man, the sky blue. You can't bring me back to court and say the sky black denied, right? So instead of calling me back to court like the law said they're supposed to do and give me evidentiary hearing, they'll just say the sky black denied. And then I got a life sentence dealing with it. Life without parole. Some states got parole eligibility. We had life without parole. We had to fight to get parole eligibility in the state of Louisiana. We'll get to that later. But so that was the hardest fight of my life, fighting that system to get my freedom, bro. That's why I tell people, man, you get trouble easy to get into, but hard to get out. My mom used to tell me that shit, but I ain't want to hear it. But I can answer your question about a hard battle, though.
If you got one.
Yeah. One of them was I started boxing in there, right? Because dudes had this thing, the trainers was talking about, we got cool. Once, I'd established myself up there. The dude was like, man, he don't want to fight. He just want to hit niggas in the head. That's okay. They knew that was my favorite thing, the helicopters, you heard me? So they're like, he just want to hit niggas in the head, And they were like, bro, but I'm telling you, bro, you start this box. I said, bro, I think boxing really conditioned my mind and really saved me from going insane, right? But it was hard to do and compete because one of the wardens that was on the charge for killing my brother used to bet on him. One day I seen him at the table, bro, and I had two minds trying to do it, bro. But I learned I had some of the best trainers. Shout out to Clifford Etain, the black rounder who fought Mike Tyson. Shout out to Michael Thiriya, man. He was on Sugar Ray Leonard level back in the day. It wasn't like no just regular dude just trying to teach you some penitentiary boxing. No, these were professional fighters that really elevated your game, really taught you, the proper techniques of boxing. So I really learned from the best. But so in the boxing ring was because like outside the ring, I ain't do too much fighting. I'm gonna hit you in your head. I'm 5'3". Then I'm gonna kill you or you gonna kill me. Somebody going to the hospital after because I don't put myself and I don't disrespect nobody. So if it's leading to that, that means you done fucked up, homie. You done played with me too far. You went too far. So we gotta tear this bitch down. So if I fist fight with you, they gonna call that love licks. They gonna say, oh, that's just love licks. You could be the coldest fighter in there, man. You gotta put in that work though. That's how you get dudes to respect you when you in the bloodiest prison in America.